Hello everyone, today we are going to learn about the 10 laws of power you should never use. Power is a medicine in small doses, but a deadly poison if you swallow the wrong pill. Most people read the 48 laws of power as a checklist of things to do. But the true Grandmasters know that some of these laws carry a radioactive half-life. If you use them, you might win the immediate battle, but you will utterly destroy your reputation, your relationships, and your future. Today, we are decoding the 10 laws you should never use, the ethical boundaries of strategy. Welcome to a very special masterclass on it book with Guptaji. Law 15, crush your enemy totally. Leave no embers burning, or your enemy will seek revenge. In a modern, hyper-connected world, trying to completely wipe someone out socially or professionally creates a martyr effect. In corporate politics, if a manager coordinates a vicious smear campaign to get a rival fired and ruined completely, the rest of the office doesn't feel safe, they feel terrified of the manager. They will quietly form a massive undercover alliance to throw that manager out next. When you crush someone completely in the 21st century, you don't look powerful, you look like a tyrant. The crowd will always subconsciously root for the underdog, and your cruelty will turn everyone against you. Law 2, never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. Friends betray you out of envy, converted enemies are more loyal. Living a life where you actively treat your friends like chess pieces leads to clinical paranoia and absolute isolation. The tragic life of billionaire Howard Hughes. He systematically cut off anyone who genuinely cared for him because he feared hidden motives, replacing them strictly with paid subordinates and yes men. He died completely alone, neglected, in a dark hotel room. If you view every friend as a potential traitor, you destroy the one thing power cannot buy, a genuine psychological safety net. Without real allies, you are building an empire on quicksand. Law 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. Make sure your survival is tied to theirs so they can never get rid of you. Gatekeeping information and refusing to train others creates a bottleneck. It ensures you can never be promoted because you are too indispensable in your low-level bubble. The classic IT specialist who refuses to share code documentation so nobody else can fix the servers. Eventually, leadership gets so exhausted by the hostage situation that they spend months quietly building a parallel system, and fire the specialist the moment it's ready. Dependency breeds deep, venomous resentment. People do not like feeling trapped. The moment they find an escape hatch, they will leave you behind without a second thought. Law 7, get others to do the work, but always take the credit. Use the brains and sweat of others to advance your own name. In the age of social media, digital footprints, and open communication, credit stealing is instantly exposed. High-profile cases of academic plagiarism or creative theft in the music industry. When a major creator steals work from a small artist, the internet systematically uncovers the truth, permanently branding the thief as a fraud. Stealing credit is a short-term gamble with a guaranteed long-term loss. True leaders share the spotlight, because a team that feels valued will willingly build your monument for you. Law 12, use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Give a small gift or a true confession to hide your massive deception. Once people realize your generosity was a tactical setup, your moral character is permanently dead. You can never use honesty to build trust again. Corporate Ponzi schemes, like Bernie Madoff. He used incredible selective generosity and exclusive gifts to disarm regulators and wealthy investors for years. When the truth broke, his name became internationally synonymous with pure evil. Calculated kindness is the lowest form of manipulation. When the mask slips, and it always slips, you lose the ability to negotiate with anyone ever again. Law 27, play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Keep your words vague. Make big promises, and offer an emotional refuge. Leading through cult personality requires maintaining an exhausting, continuous lie. It inevitably ends in either a massive public scandal or criminal prosecution. Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos. She didn't sell a working medical device, she sold a magnificent, utopian fantasy of healthcare. She built a cult-like following of tech billionaires and statesmen, but reality caught up, resulting in a swift fall to a federal prison sentence. Fantasies are volatile fuels. When you promise miracles and deliver nothing but smoke, the anger of your betrayed followers will devour you completely. Law 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Gather intelligence in casual, warm social settings to use later. Constant espionage destroys your own psychology. You stop interacting with reality and start living entirely in a transactional simulation, burning your social reputation to ashes. Political operatives who leak private dinner conversations to the press. They might win one news cycle, but they quickly become social pariahs. Nobody will ever sit in a room with them or take their phone call again. Social spying turns you into an outcast. Once you are labeled a mole, you are locked out of the inner circles where real power resides. Law 26, keep your hands clean. Never look messy, use scapegoats to take the fall for your mistakes. Constantly throwing your subordinates under the bus creates a culture of complete mutiny. Nobody will execute your orders faithfully if they know you will sacrifice them for a minor error. Historical military commanders or modern CEOs who blame their lower-level staff for systemic operational failures. The staff stops working, leaks internal documents to journalists, and actively sabotages the company from within. A leader who cannot take responsibility commands zero respect. If you never take the blame, your team will never give you their true loyalty. Law 33, discover each man's thumbscrew. Find their deepest insecurity or secret weakness to manipulate them. Extortion and blackmail create an intense, hyper-focused enemy. A person manipulated through their deepest trauma will stop at nothing to eliminate the threat, which is you. High-stakes corporate blackmail rings. The victim, pushed to the brink of absolute despair, often chooses to confess everything to the authorities or their family just to remove the blackmailer's leverage, completely destroying the blackmailer in the process. When you squeeze someone's thumbscrew too hard, you take away their options. And a desperate person with nothing left to lose is the most dangerous entity on earth. Law 42, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Neutralize the leader of the opposition to dissolve the group. Striking the head of a passionate movement doesn't scatter the group, it transforms the leader into an immortal symbol, supercharging the movement's fury. The martyrdom of historical reform leaders. When establishments tried to eliminate a singular voice, the movement decentralized, grew completely uncontrollable, and overthrew the entire system. Ideas are bulletproof. If you strike a leader without addressing the underlying truth of their cause, you don't kill the threat, you turn them into a legend. Robert Greene himself stated that the 48 Laws of Power is a book of social realism, not a moral code. True strategic maturity is knowing that you have these weapons in your arsenal, but choosing when not to fire them. Power without ethics is just basic criminality, and it always has an expiration date. The greatest leaders in human history didn't rule through trickery, they ruled because their power was aligned with a purpose higher than their own ego. They used the laws to defend, to build, and to protect. Which of these 10 laws do you think is the most dangerous to use in today's society? Let's have an honest, intellectual debate in the comments below. Protect your reputation, stay ethical, and subscribe to Book with Guptaji to truly understand the deeper game. I'll see you at the finish line.